Hi there, this is Dani, and the channel is You and Me Living Free, and we are doing a shark fin hike today in Alabama Hills. That is just to the east of Death Valley in California, and that is Mount Whitney behind me. So let's do this. I'm excited. It's a 1.7 mile trail, I think, and so it's not even 7 in the morning. The sun just came up a little bit ago. But I was up and I was excited, so I decided to come. So thanks for coming along for the ride. Well, I'm walking up to what is apparently not shark fin trail. There's another trail pretty close by. Not even sure what this one is called, but it just looks gorgeous. So I'm going to explore here for a little bit and we'll see. We will see. I say that a lot, don't I? Ooh, look at that. Cool. It is a little like a different world. That's what people said. This is all shaded. I don't know how much detail you can see, but so cool. Look at that. Well, I found it. Now we're on the shark fin trail. Woo. That kind of looks like a fin right there. Center screen, doesn't it? I'm sure that's not it though. Well, this is it. I'll just give it to you at the very first part of the hike. So that's wild. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. It's actually feeling pretty sandy right now. I hope it doesn't stay that way because sand is very challenging to walk through. Look at this though. Holy crap. Look at that. Loving it. You know, as usual, All Trails calls this an easy hike. And I can just say that there's so many times that I have thought of people saying, oh, this is easy. And just like having that feeling, you know. And now I really try and have a intentional thought that I cannot wait until I'm in good enough shape that a trail like this is easy. That's going to be a beautiful day. Oh, just marking this stage in my journey, hoping that, well, you know my optimism, right? If you've been watching my videos, I have extreme optimism, sometimes too much. But I see myself getting to that point where easy trails are actually easy for me, or at least doable without feeling like, you know, my lungs are going to explode, or my legs are going to fall off, or my heart's going to beat out of my chest. Kind of like now. So I'm just going to stop and take a break, admire the scenery, and look forward to a day when this is an easy trail, and it is staying quite sandy, so I'm hoping it doesn't stay. At least I brought my water, you know, and it's early. I protected my lips, but that's it on the sunscreen, but I'll be done before any of that gets bad. Anyway, staying sandy, but I'm just gonna slow it down, take a break, catch my breath. Okay, thanks. So, rookie mistake, I didn't eat breakfast. Well, I woke up early. Yesterday was a funny day. I ended up meeting some new friends at the campsite, had a campfire, and skipped dinner, and then went back to my van at before 9 p.m., but I was starving. So I kind of ate then, just some toast and stuff. Not too much, but enough to give me something in my stomach. So when I set on this hike, even though All Trails calls it easy, and I know easy isn't easy, but I still had the word easy in my mind. I thought, plus starting first thing in the morning before the heat, so inspiring. I'll take my water, but I'll be fine. And I thought about eating a Kind bar even then, and I thought, no, by the time my body digests it, it won't really give me any energy. Anyway, all these silly thoughts. I need to always carry bananas or something else that's gonna give me quicker energy, and I need to eat, and just all these mistakes that you make. Tell yourself it's not a big deal, and then they kind of add up. Staying pretty sandy, as you can tell, but it sure is beautiful. Here's another positive thing we've got going for us. First of all, of course, is this scenery, which is freaking hard to beat. The other thing is, this trail is 1.7 miles. The first half is uphill. The second half is downhill. So I may be hating life right now at the moment. Not hating life, just like finding it hard. But I got that little downhill I'm looking forward to, and that makes a big difference for me. Just stopping to enjoy some of this, to catch my breath. Still a bit sandy, but it's kind of hard pressed underneath this initial layer as the vehicles have been driving on it, which you're not supposed to drive on this, but let's hope it's just the Forestry Service people and stuff like that driving down. But it is easier to walk than it was back there, so we're just counting all our positives as we go. How's that for a positive? Looks like we're moving into an area with more like Alabama hills on both sides instead of Mount Whitney, which is to the south of us now, to our backside. Now we get to more of a winding part of the trail, which is always fun, so that you can take a corner and see what unfolds, which is kind of fun. But I'm just counting my steps till we hit the downhill. This is nice. Oh yeah. Could we be on the downhill? Oh, could we be? We might. You know, it's even better than turning a corner and finding cool stuff. Turning a corner on a downhill and finding cool stuff. Oh, I think I'm a little obsessed with the whole downhill thing, huh? Positively drippy. Sweat stain. Who thinks you can avoid sweat early in the morning? I can't. Maybe you can. Oh well, it's not about avoiding sweat, is it? Getting a little loopy. Not quite lightheaded, not lightheaded, but just feeling a little loopy. My arm's even getting tired holding it up for the camera. Oh. All right, let's do this. Let's finish strong. Believe this. All Trails is telling me I went off my trail a little while back. There's so many little roads out here for BLM land and stuff. I did not remember seeing a fork in the road, but now I'm going to go back part of me just thought, no, all trails is wrong. I don't have very good cell signal. It's just mapping me wrong. But I got to go back and see. Fudge. Man, I hate it when I do this. But, I mean, it's all part of the journey. I'm sure I'm getting something out of it. I'm not quite sure what, but I'm sure I am. All right, I'm back to the trail. Let's see where I went wrong. O, M, F, G. Oh, had a couple little dips there with more uphills, and I can see it now. So I came from right there, okay? You see how the paths diverge, but this looks much more well-traveled than that other side, doesn't it? It does. So when I came up like that, I was really thinking that that way was divergent. See, look how it goes down into there. Looks much less traveled. And this is the main road. So, well, live and learn. Live and learn, baby. It's not the end of the world, that's for darn sure. All right, let's go on the right path. By golly. Now we got some little dips in the road, like big time little, just little, like even a half a flight of stairs straight down and then straight back up. Okay, so lesson learned. Number one, the hike isn't over till it's over. Don't count your chickens. I think I've learned this before, but you know how sometimes you have to learn a lesson more than once or like many, many times. The other thing is, don't assume it's going to be easy just because the rest is downhill or whatever. Now I've got these dips, plus I took a wrong turn. Always need to bring my water, always need to be prepared for a longer hike. And, okay, feeling good that I got all that learning. And I've finally taken off my jacket. I am so drippy with sweat. So, let's do this. Now let's finish strong. I hope. I'm going to pay attention this time, I promise. Oh, the other lesson is, if you're on the trail, just because one part of the trail is bigger or more traveled, doesn't mean that's the trail you're supposed to be on. So I was making a big assumption there. And you know what happens when you assume? And that's what I was doing. Okay, I got to pay attention to navigate this little dip here. Nice and slow, 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 slow. Last thing I want to do is super slow on the downhill. Last thing I want to do is slip. There we go, climbing up out of the pit. Maybe a slight exaggeration. Here's another one though. It's even a little bigger. That's okay, because we're troopers, aren't we? We can handle it. Jeez Louise. Quite a bit bigger. Let me see. Okay, getting to my last little part here, but I'm worried that my last part of the trail is going to actually be on the dirt road that everybody's driving down, and now it's late enough in the morning where there's a ton of traffic. I hope I'm not going to have to walk down that dusty road with all these cars coming. Plus my left ankle just has a little twinge. So I'm walking a little gingerly. I think it was just when I was doing my last dip. The terrain was like really up and down, and it had deep grooves and stuff in it, you know. I don't know if I just hit something a little wrong or maybe stretched something, I don't know. It's a little tinge, it's not like a sprained ankle or something, but it's enough to make me walk a little gingerly and be ready to be back to the van. Does this answer the question to whether I had to be on the road or not? These people were going slow, pretty respectful. A lot of times people just zoom right on. But you know how people are. You know, take the good with the bad. Oh, I can see the van. I can see the van. Victory is within sight. Okay, bagged that hike. That's done. Awesome. Cue the Rocky music. You made it to the end of another video. Now, I have had a recommendation by a couple of different people to go to Alabama Hills Cafe and Bakery. Every time I go by there, it's so crowded, but it's still only 8:22 on a Sunday morning, so cross your fingers. Why am I having trouble crossing my fingers? Maybe they're a little swollen. Cross your fingers, I can get in. I'll let you know either in this video or the next one. So thanks for sticking around, sending you tons of love. Can't believe you made it to the end of another video. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time. I ended up doing 2.27 miles, even though the trail was only 1.7, but I went across the road to the wrong trailhead first of all, and then went back to the right one, and then took that little detour, so got a little extra today. Well, no such luck. Alabama Hills Cafe and Bakery might be as good as they say, because it's freaking 8:20 in the morning and I still can't get a seat. There's no place to park, and even as I start to drive around the block, there's all these signs like no parking and it's residential. I don't want to block anybody's driveway. So I don't know. I guess this mystery is going to remain unsolved. So because every time I've been by here, it doesn't matter really what time it is, it's crowded and I can't really find a spot. So looks like we're skipping it. If I hadn't just skipped breakfast to do the hike, I might have enough patience to wait it out, to find a parking place and to walk a few blocks and just to do all that. But I'm kind of way beyond that right now.